Hey guys, what's up? Vero here. So it's been a little over a week since Battle for Azeroth came out, and I wanted to make a video kind of discussing my experiences with the launch and kind of just how I'm feeling so far about the expansion and kind of just, a little bit of everything. The background right now is just my WoW character because we're talking about WoW, so I figured I'll just have her there because there's stuff that I do want to show in game. So let's get started. So I did end up streaming the minute that the game ended up launching. It launched at 6 p.m. EST for me. Actually, technically it was like 5:57 or 58 because it did launch a few minutes early. But anyway, that was on Monday, August 13th, and I did end up streaming it, and I might upload a video of like an edited version of the stream just so you guys can see kind of like my first few experiences in it and kind of my reactions to thing. I just haven't edited it yet, but for me it went really well. It was very smooth. I had no issues. I played for a couple of hours. I leveled up. Everything was great. Yay me. However, after I stopped playing and I went to play some games with some friends, some other non-WoW stuff, I did see that there were a lot of server issues. People weren't able to get on their server. Their server was just completely busted, and that seems to have continued on since then. I know like a few days ago people were having issues again, so it seems like there's been server issues on and off. I got very lucky and I'm very thankful that even though one of my servers that I played on was affected, it wasn't affected at the times that I was trying to play it, so I got very lucky in that, so I didn't have that experience. If you did though, let me know down below how annoying it was, because it seemed like, judging by Twitter, that a lot of people were getting really annoyed, which for me, like, I always expect there to be issues, especially during an expansion launch. But again, it never really happened when I was trying to play, so it didn't really affect me the same way that it did affect people that were actually trying to play and they were having issues. But yeah, so my launch experience was great. I've also been leveling my druid, my alliance druid, the one that's right here, and she is almost 115. You can't see it because my webcam covers it, but I need about 18% more to hit the next level, which is 115. So I'm almost 115. I decided to take my sweet time with leveling, mostly because I'm not going to be raiding, at least at the very beginning of the expansion, apart from doing like LFR and stuff, which I have plenty of time for that. But also because like I'm just not really in a guild that I need to be, like geared for and ready to go. If I was, obviously I probably would have hit 120 last week. But for me, I'm taking my sweet time. I'm enjoying the content. I'm herbing way more than I should, because let's be honest, it's extremely distracting when you're running around a zone trying to quest and you just see these little tiny yellow dots and you're like, oh, there's an herb. Oh, there's another herb. Oh, another herb. Oh, another herb. Oh, yay. And you just keep picking herbs instead of questing, which has been, I guess it's a good problem to have. I don't know, but whatever. So yeah, my whole point is that I'm taking my sweet time with leveling. Speaking of leveling, I feel like so far it's been a really pleasant experience. I think it's something that they really started to do correctly in Warlords of Draenor, which, side note, still think is probably the worst expansion that Blizzard has ever put out for WoW, in my opinion. If, that was your favorite, like, that's totally fine. Like, people are allowed to have different opinions. They continued that trend in terms of leveling, like a good leveling system in Legion, and I'm glad to see that it continues to be improved, especially for Battle for Azeroth. I've said this before in plenty of videos, that I hate leveling. I think it sucks. I hate it. I don't want to do it. People are always like, oh, just put on a movie while you level. No. I have a horrible attention span. I go full squirrel when I'm trying to level, but I feel like there's enough of a story and there's enough going on in the game that it holds my attention 85% of the time, which for me is really good. The fact that I'm almost 115 is actually pretty good, even though it's been a week. I'm just saying. But I feel like they've really made leveling really fun. I like being able to choose the zone, which they've continued to do, and it's really nice, and I feel like the stories have been really fun too. So far, I've already leveled in Justvar, and I did finish the achievement for that, and then I'm currently in Tiragard Sound, I think is how you say it. And I really like the stories that they have going on, and it kind of, like, I'm not someone that's like super into cinematics for WoW and the lore and everything, but it kind of draws me in a little bit more, and it makes me want to like figure out what's going on and learn more about the zone and learn more about the people in the zone and NPCs and kind of everything that's going on, and I think Blizzard did a really good job with that. And I'm really enjoying it as well, and I'm excited to finish, you know, the current zone that I'm in and then jump into the next one and kind of see everything. For those that didn't know, I do have my druid that's Alliance, and then I used to have my priest that was also Alliance, but I decided to make her Horde again, so that I had one of each faction, because I really didn't want to level my Shaman Horde character right away. I really want to play my priest. This is the first expansion that I've also made my druid in a couple expansions, so I'm excited to be a druid main again. But I do plan on playing my priest quite a bit, because I do have friends that play horde side, and even just being able to experience kind of alliance side and horde side I think is really interesting, and I really like that the stories are kind of different and that you kind of get to see like 2 points of view. It also makes you want to level another character, which for me is a big deal, so hey. But at the beginning of Legion, I had a very love-hate relationship with the whole artifact power thing. It just felt extremely grindy in the beginning, and I've made videos talking about that. And like, I get it, it's an MMO, there's going to be some grind, but like, you know, I think there needs to be limits onto it. But they did change the system over time through the expansion by kind of making it a little bit easier to get stuff, and then you had like the catch up for your ults, and I think they really did a good job with that. However, they did kind of change the system for Battle for Azeroth. So what we have now is we have, you know, you have your helm, you have your shoulder, you have your chest piece, and then you have this like lovely little Heart of Azeroth neck piece, which I think is really cool, which this one doesn't really do anything. You just kind of get, you know, it helps you with, you know, other stuff, but it just awakens, I guess, the other armor. But so for the head, the shoulder, and the chest, you'll see it says active Azerite power, so I think it's really neat. Like, it doesn't feel like, which apparently I need to repair, it doesn't feel like super grindy. Like, you just have, you know, a couple little abilities that you select, and as you continue leveling it, you know, you get higher. Mine currently is 2 out of 2 in terms of Azerite power. Like, I went into this expansion 100% blind. I knew the things that they were changing in terms of getting rid of artifact power and kind of adding like possibly a new system, but I went into this expansion completely blind because I wanted to experience everything for the first time. Even though I did get into alpha and I did play it just a little bit, I wanted to kind of, I don't want to spoil it for myself. I wanted to experience everything for the first time when it actually launched, just because I know if I do things repeatedly, I start to get bored, and if I've already experienced it, I don't know, like, I wanted to do everything kind of blind. But I'm really liking the system so far, and I think it's really neat that they added it in, and it'll be kind of interesting to see how that grows as the expansion continues. And yes, I do still have my legendary trinket, because I haven't gotten a replacement yet, but I'm 240 item level at almost at 115. I feel like that's not terrible. But yeah, really, really happy with the system. I think it's really neat, and I'm excited to kind of see how that continues and grows and develops as we level up and we fight new raid bosses and new raids and everything else. Overall, I was really happy with the BFA launch. As I said before, I didn't really have any of the same experiences that some people had with server issues. I got really lucky with that, but so far I'm really enjoying playing the game, and like, I want to log on. I don't feel like I have to log on, but I genuinely want to log on, whether that's checking my auctions and just selling some stuff and making some gold, or to, you know, quest on my druid or to quest on my priest or whatever. Like, I'm genuinely wanting to play this game. I mentioned before that my account is paid for an entire year. I have a year sub, and I do plan on continuing to play it. Now, will I be playing it, you know, at a level that I've played it before previously? Probably not, but that things could change. Like, I could find a guild that I absolutely love and adore and I want to raid with, and that would be great, and I hope that does happen. But if it doesn't, I'm not going to be like upset about it. But once I do hit max level, I do plan on trying to find people to do dungeons with, maybe grind some of those out so I can get my eye level up a little bit, venture into some PvP, so there will be PvP videos coming out, and of course leveling my priest next so I can see everything from the horde point of view, which I'm really excited for. Overall, I'm really excited and impressed with BFA, and I hope that it continues. And I'm excited to see kind of how the storyline plays out and how things progress and just kind of what ends up happening, I guess. So let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on BFA so far and how you're feeling it. If you have not purchased BFA yet, let me know why. Like, what are your reservations with it? Why are you waiting? Or do you plan on was Legion maybe your last expansion? I did say before that if I didn't like Legion, I was not going to play WoW anymore. I wasn't a huge fan of Legion. I didn't hate it, but I liked it better than Warlords. But I'm very thankful that I decided to pre-order BFA, and I'm very thankful that I decided to play it because I'm genuinely enjoying this expansion way more than I did Legion and way more than I did Warlords. So I'm excited to see kind of how things go. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below how you're feeling so far. And yeah, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.